Welcome, Collective. I hope you guys are having a great day so far. Thank you guys very much for joining me today. Thank you guys for all of your views, all of your likes, all of your subscribes, and your great comments, guys. They're truly, truly appreciated. Let's go ahead and get your read started today. So this is going to be a general read for the Collective's energy. We're going to start with, we're going to use the Infinite Energy deck. I really like this deck. So we'll go ahead and get started. So Spirit, can you please bring us a message today for the collective? What does the collective need to hear? Jupiter. I want to be more. I desire more. So I don't know if somebody's working towards change. Somebody's working towards personal growth. Jupiter does tend to represent personal growth and sometimes karma too, guys, and luck. So we'll see what comes forward here. Spirit, can you bring me more? Bring me more cards, please. Neptune. I want to bring my dreams into reality, manifesting. Somebody is looking to manifest. This is the I want more. I desire more. Somebody's trying to make an awesome positive change in their life. Stability. Interesting. It's like somebody's trying to build this stability. They're trying to manifest a new future. And part of that is balance. Part of that is stability. I can feel that. And like, I don't know if somebody feels like they're fighting against other forces that are maybe trying to bring a bit of chaos, or they feel like certain things in their life are a little bit chaotic. And so it's like really hard to get grounded, or it feels like it's hard to sort of get their feet under them to get this sort of level of stability. And it's like building. I keep feeling like building. So like first we have to get our feet grounded. We have to get that level of stability. And then we start building on top of that and on top of that and on top of that. Somebody's really looking for that change. Really looking to bring change forward in their life. Protection. This is interesting because in this card, I got to tell you, I don't feel like as somebody having to go into hermit mode or protecting themselves necessarily from outside forces. I actually feel like the change itself and the goal that somebody is reaching towards is a type of protection. It's like creating that cushion or that safe place for themselves, building perhaps a financial stability and being able to have that piece of things and relieve some financial burdens and have the sense of safety within that. Pluto. I break down the old and build the new. So that is absolutely what somebody's after. Pluto. Somebody's building change. Somebody is building change. Give me some more, please. There's one that popped almost all the way out. Ego. I want to know where ego sits, because I feel like there's more to this. I don't feel like somebody's lost in their ego. I don't feel like somebody's getting all carried away with themselves either. I do feel that somebody, whoever is taking this journey from the collective, is somebody who's real. This is someone who's real. This is someone who's not afraid to sort of take a look at what they're doing. And is it sort of like, is it helping or hindering? Is what I'm doing helping myself to move towards my goal, or is it hindering? I don't feel like somebody's stuck in this illusion of ego and I never do anything wrong and da-da-da-da. Whoever's doing this is someone who's mature. This is somebody who's already done a whole lot of personal growth. This is somebody who's done a lot of ascending piece. And I think, I got to tell you, especially with this peace card, it's like somebody has this image in their mind of what they want peace to be. This is part of their goal. Is this protection, this safe place, being able to find peace, being able to set aside worries, being able to set aside burdens. I do have anger too. I don't need anger management. I just need you to stop making me angry. I love this card. It's got the grouchy ass cat on it for all of you guys who love cats. And it's funny, like whoever is doing this, I feel like they get frustrated along the way, but this is not somebody who gets stuck in frustration. You know, it's just like, oh, fuck, that didn't work out. Okay, take a breath. Now what? Now, how do I change the situation? Whoever is going through this, like I said, like Jupiter is the perfect card for this person. Absolutely. This person is grounded. This person is smart. This person is mature. They've done a lot of personal growth already, and they have this deeper understanding within themselves. Even when they do feel angry or they feel like they're frustrated or stressed, this person is able to just take a breath, step back, and try to refocus. They're like, okay, helping or hindering, right? Am I helping or hindering myself? What can I do that's better, that's going to help to get me towards my goal? Because I do feel they've been through some frustration. Certain opportunities haven't come to fruition or haven't worked out the way that somebody thought. Or they feel like what they're trying to work towards in their current situation, other forces are sort of stalling them out every time they try to get ahead. But again, this is not somebody who gets stuck in ego and blames others. This is somebody who's like, okay, this isn't working. Why is it not working for me? What can I do that's different to move myself in a new situation, to move myself further towards my goal? Fear. That's an interesting card. The fears we don't face become our limits. I feel like this is actually what somebody is actively conquering all the time. They've already done a lot of it. And I do feel like somebody keeps doing more and more and more of it too. Like this is somebody who's been through, it's funny because I feel like there was one big transition or change for this person. And it was kind of like the beginning of the next chapter, the beginning of this big leg of somebody's journey that has sort of, mini checkpoints in between. And then the main part of that was conquering the fear. So I don't know if somebody was afraid to step into a new situation or to leave a situation behind, or circumstance put them in a situation where there was something new or there was change in their life kind of shifted. I do feel like whatever it was came with a lot of fears, and someone had to really dig deep to look at things in a new way, to conquer those fears and to overcome. That was the biggest hurdle. That was where I think some of the biggest lessons this person ever learned were. It was within this huge change that they made, or that was sort of brought about them by circumstance. And this is why they have this, okay, I feel angry, I feel frustrated, this didn't work, but I'm not going to sit in that. What can I do to change it and make it better? Because they've learned through this huge conquering of fear when this journey began that they are a lot stronger and capable and smarter than they ever gave themselves credit for. This person knows they don't have these limits. They know that if there's something that they want to achieve, they're smart enough to achieve it. It's going to take hard work, and it may take time, and it may take some creative thinking at times as well. And instead of waiting for opportunity, it might even take making opportunity. But this person is smart enough to know it. We have a Marine. Sink beneath the surface and you are free. Interesting. I love this Marine card. When I think of the ocean, I think of, coral reefs and things. I always think of abundance. I always think of abundance. I also feel in this card, it is that feeling free. I get pulled back to that sense of peace. Like when this person is stressed out, they have this way of sort of, I don't know if it's blocking out the world or it's meditating or whatever it is. And I feel like, when you go under the water and your ears get kind of full of water and everything takes on sort of a weird sound and you're just kind of by yourself in there, that's what it feels like. And it blocks out all the other crap. I think this is part of, in some way, shape, or form, what somebody does when they come into this anger or when a fear crops up or something happens and they have a setback. It's like, okay, we're going to step back. We're going to take a breath. We're going to get centered, get focused, and figure out how to bring about change in the situation. Love. And Tundra. Now, the only way out is through. Somebody's determined in this. They're not going to crap out of whatever this journey is halfway through. They're just not. Whoever this person is, they're going all the way. Adulthood, yeah, shit ain't easy. Absolutely shit ain't easy. This person's learning some tough lessons. Like I said, their biggest one was when this first catalyst happened and they had to overcome fear. That was their biggest lesson. That was where the biggest benefits came. And that's where this person learned a whole lot about themselves and conquering that fear and realizing that they can. They can. They're smarter than they give themselves credit for. They're more capable than they give themselves credit for. They're stronger than they give themselves credit for. This person is extremely smart. We have knowing and we have logic. The first secret to getting what you want is knowing what you want. Knowing. This person has a goal in mind. And it's funny because I don't feel like it's like I want to buy a car. I want to do it. Like it's not a sort of focused kind of goal. I feel like their goal is like an overall life change. So it's that financial stability where they feel safe and they don't have as many burdens. It's how they're living in their home life and having peace and safety. It's being able to do things in life that sort of feed their soul, whether these are, hobbies and things that they enjoy. This is an overall change that somebody's working towards. They had one hell of a life change. Like, it really shook things up. I can't put my finger on exactly what it was, but it hugely shook things up in their life. Mystic logic there. We're going to set these guys aside and we'll move on to a tarot deck. So I got this new one here we're going to use. So I want to know, what's the message coming forward for the collective today, Spirit? What do you got? What do you got for the collective? The King of Cups. The King of Cups. It tends to be a new love or a new emotional offering. On the Page of Wands. Good news coming. Page of Swords. I think you're getting scoped out by somebody too. I did get the Love card. And I couldn't place exactly where it fit in. It just didn't seem to have anything behind it. I think somebody's scoping you out right now. This is weird because I got to tell you, in this entire journey, I don't feel somebody who is necessarily looking for a romantic connection. I don't. I feel an overall life change that, like I said, it speaks to finances and it speaks to lifestyle. So this might be a career change as well. But I don't feel somebody's like, I need to go out and find myself my next great romance. I just feel like somebody's on their journey and sort of, this takes up so much time and focus. Even if they do desire sort of that romantic side of things, they're not making time for it right now. This is somebody who's focusing on this sort of bigger picture because it does take that much time and energy. And yet somehow they've attracted the attention of somebody new. Somebody is seeking information about them. Somebody is noticing them. The Chariot card. Somebody is on their journey, but it's like I said, like, this person isn't focused on romance at this time. Whoever is going through this, whoever this is resonating for, you're not focused on romance or starting a new romance. Maybe that's a piece of things you would like to have, but you have, I got told by my guys, bigger fish to fry. Bigger fish to fry. Like, this huge life change that you're after, it's just, that's where your priorities are at right now. That's what you're trying to work towards. You know it's going to take a lot of time, energy, and focus. And so that's the romance and the dating is not really something you're looking at right now. The Four of Pentacles. It can represent holding back. I don't feel like that's what it is, though. I just feel like you're working towards big financial changes at this time. So like, you might be penny pinching, you might be saving up to invest in something different. That might be, I don't know, moving to a new place or investing in a new opportunity that speaks to career or finances as well. I feel like you're working on investing right now. You're investing in your future. You're investing in yourself. The Queen of Cups. And you got this softer energy right now. You are like this Queen of Cups. You do have this softer, beautiful Queen of Cups energy. And this, she's got this little acorn in her tail. I was like, that's your life. That's your life. That's your goal. That's the direction that you want. And that's what you're nurturing right now. That's what you're protecting and that's what you're nurturing. That's what you're trying to work towards. You're not looking really outside of that right now. Devil. To you, it's interesting. I really see in this Devil card the two foxes. Okay. And I know that the Lover's card in this deck is also two foxes. To you, romance is not really on the table right now. Romance is a distraction. Romance is a distraction. It's interesting. The Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles, though, this tends to be a steady Eddie. Is this the King of Cups or is this symbolic? I got told symbolic. This is symbolic. So when the Knight of Pentacles is symbolic, he speaks of something you've been working towards for a long time coming to fruition. So this is your goal and this is what you've been working towards. This is, your focus is still not on romance. There is no romance here. You're not looking for dating. You're not looking to get into that piece of things. And it's not because you're hurt or you're bitter or any kind of that garbage. I just keep getting told you have bigger fish to fry. And then look what came out. The Lover's card with the two foxes, As I don't know, it's funny. It's like you're not, just when you're not looking for it, that's when it seems to show up. The Six of Wands, recognition and reward. And I think it's because of all the changes that you're going through right now and how determined you are. And this beautiful, strong energy that you're presenting and how much you've evolved and how much you've grown. This is like Empress, Emperor energy. And when you come into these types of energies, it kind of changes your aura and people notice you. So you get good notice and you get bad notice. You get a bit of each, but it definitely draws a lot of attention. And that's what's happening right now. And you don't realize, I don't think you even realize who's scoping you out. I don't know who this person is who's scoping you out. Two of Pentacles, balance and juggling. You're trying to find balance right now. Your goal is to find balance, finances, home life. So like having a third thing in there is like, that's a shit ton of juggling. That's part of why you're not looking for it right now. Because you're worried about having too much shit on your plate, which you already got a lot on your plate because you got big goals and big ambitions. And it's like throwing something like this into it brings the potential of dropping all of the pentacles, right? This Two of Pentacles, a lot of images for most decks, they're an image of somebody juggling. And there's no juggling in this one, but you guys know what I'm talking about. So if you're already trying to juggle these two and then somebody throws in a third one, it's going to throw things off, right? So that's why you're not looking for it. You're just sort of inwardly focused at your home situation, your career situation, your financial situation, your life situation. You're looking to make big world changes for yourself. And perhaps for your family, if you have a family that you're looking after, little ones, because that does keep popping up in the cards. So for some of you, this might be true. And that's what you're trying to build. You're trying to build a new world. Like that shit don't happen overnight. And it ain't easy. And it takes a lot of time, energy, and focus. Ace of Pentacles, golden opportunity. Golden opportunity for change and abundance. Five of Swords. And the Fool. That's interesting. I was trying to dig into the energy of the King of Cups too, because I know if I heard this reading it was resonating, I'd be curious about who this person was. I didn't really get a beat off of them either way, but I don't like these two cards that have come forward. This Five of Swords and the Fool. I'll show you guys. The Five of Swords, which sometimes represents a bit of deceit. Sometimes lies, sometimes cheating. It's usually not the best card to get in the deck. And we also have the Fool too. And the thing is, you are no fool. You're not this innocent little fawn. You've experienced a lot in life and you're extremely smart. I don't think anyone can pull the wool over your eyes, especially not right now. Like you are freaking sharp right now. You are on your game. This King of Cups though, he's tied to these two cards. He's tied to this Five of Swords. He's tied to this Fool card. How, Spirit, how is he tied? Can you tell me, show me? How is he tied? I don't want to say like he thinks you're a fool. I keep getting pulled to look at the innocence of the deer in that Fool card. And like, this is what speaks volumes. But I'm going to need clarification from the cards on exactly where it fits. So I don't know if this is he doesn't understand or he's not as evolved or as mature as you are, whoever this King of Cups energy is that's coming forward. And remember, just because it's coming forward as the King of Cups does not necessarily mean this is a male. Same with the Queen of Cups, not necessarily mean that this read is for a woman. We each have feminine and masculine energies within us, and this is what's coming forward in the cards. Right now, you're in more of a feminine energy. You're in more of a nurturing, a growing kind of mode here. This King of Cups might be a little bit more sort of aggressive. I don't know. He doesn't feel as soft and deep thinking as you are. Your energy feels more like I take time, I reflect, I think about how one thing's going to affect another thing. I like to make plans. I like to think about the bigger picture. He just doesn't strike me as that. He doesn't strike me as that. Maybe he just lacks life experience, and that's why this Fool card keeps sticking out to me so much in relation to his energy. Is he somebody who just isn't at the same point that you are? So they're not a bad person, but they're just not at the same maturity level, so they don't maybe have the same understanding or sort of similar life experiences to build on like you've had to. Death is just rebirth though, guys. That is just a new beginning. A new beginning. It's funny that it showed up next to that innocent fawn in the Fool card. who doesn't really know too much about life. Like, I don't think that's you. Maybe at one point that was you. That catalyst for this entire change, that huge catalyst where you really had to face your fears, that was the transition for you. That was the death card. That was the transition. That was the end of any kind of being this fawn and sort of not knowing or having that sort of that bit of innocence and sort of being like, okay, this is the way life is now. And now it's time to get real. And now it's time to do some growing and to, do the hard work. And that is what you did. That is absolutely what you did, the hangman. The hangman. It's interesting. It says hangman. I love this card. He usually represents the only thing that can hold you back is you from finding success and finding your goals. He usually speaks to fears, doubts, insecurities. I see a lot of fear in this card. Like this mouse is staying stuck. He's staying stuck because of the fear. He just can't let go and go find shelter from the rain because he is so terrified to let go of the one thing that he's got for stability. And this might have been your transition and your change. And I don't necessarily feel like you let go of it. I almost feel like you kind of lost it, or it was taken away, or it was removed. It was not your choice. And then and that's why you were so forced to face your fears. It was like whatever you had that was there, that was this dandelion stalk, was just not there anymore. There was no hanging on to nothing. It was like, holy shit, okay, now here we are, we're in the thick of it. And now it's time to make some changes because we really don't have a choice. But you found out so much about yourself, in that way. The King of Swords. The King of Swords definitely took part in that. This was somebody who didn't realize how strong you were either. This is somebody who didn't give you credit for your strength, who didn't realize how much you could bounce back, who didn't realize how much you could grow and change. This is a piece of your past. I'll tell you though, but if not for this piece of your past, you may not have discovered how strong you were as well. Everything happens for a reason, the good, the bad, and the shitty. Okay? This was the shitty. This definitely was, but it taught you so much about who you are and what you're capable of. The Eight of Swords, it's like now you see. I keep feeling that in this card. It's like you can see now. You see yourself. And I know that ego card, it sort of looks like somebody who's in love with themselves. That's not your shift in ego. Your shift was recognizing how capable you are, how competent, how intelligent, and how capable you were, and how strong you were. That was your shift. That was your breaking free of this Eight of Swords. Tell me more, please, Spirit. And what about this? Tell me more about this King of Cups, too. I want to know what's going on with this situation. Ten of Cups. And the High Priestess. That's interesting. That Ten of Cups, that is abundance in the home life. That is happiness. That is abundance in the home life. The High Priestess. The Three of Wands. And the Justice card. You know, it's interesting. I went back to these cards that I knew I was feeling were associated with this King of Cups. I don't think this King of Cups really knows your journey. This might be somebody who you met sort of recently or during your change. I don't know that they knew you before any of this happened. And this is why they're sort of like this fawn, and they don't realize everything that you've been through and everything in your journey and just how strong you are. They're just sort of seeing what's there now. They don't recognize the transition. I don't know. I don't think they've been through some of the same shit you've been through either. But I still don't get a negative vibe off of them. I just don't like these two cards because I think they're ignorant of your journey. I think they're ignorant of your journey. So I see that they sort of hold you, and it's not necessarily a bad thing that they kind of hold you up high or in high regard. There's like just this need to recognize that you're human, right? Recognize that you're human. There's something else going on here. I'm trying to put my finger on it. And it's sort of like I'm being half told something or half shown something. I want to know the whole picture so that I can deliver it to you. The High Priestess, the Three of Wands. Justice is balance. Five of Pentacles. It's funny because I'm like, I feel like you don't want romance. I feel like you don't want romance. You don't want, that piece of things, or you're not ready for that piece of things. It's just too much shit to juggle. I tell you this though, being open to friendship with this person, or maybe getting to know them on a friendship level, might not be a bad thing. Might not be a bad thing. Like I said, you're strong, you're smart, you're capable. You're going to know if this person's a jerk. If you get a little bit further into getting to know them, you're going to be well aware of that. You're able to be assertive enough to keep things on a level that you're comfortable with. Because I feel like they're going to try and step forward. You got to remember, not everybody's like this King of Swords. So this King of Cups might be a little bit less experienced in sort of life. Doesn't mean they're a bad person, but they don't know you as well as they would like to. And I think it'd be worth them getting to know a little bit more about you. Let's see. Swords. And the Five of Pentacles. Like, you're making good progress here. Part of your progress, I guess I think it's like being open to a new relationship going forward. And I'm not saying like romance. Like I said, friendship ain't a bad thing. Friendship ain't a bad thing. Getting to know somebody slowly over a period of time is not a bad thing. This might be maybe a coworker. And so maybe you talk a little bit more, or you get to know them, or you go out for a cup of coffee and just keep it at a friendship level, like slowly getting to know somebody. I think it's part of your cutting ties to the past in your transition, especially in the Six of Swords. It's cutting those ties to the negativity of the past. Cutting the ties, not letting that be a part of your life anymore. No more fears. Like I said, you don't have to worry about much of anything. You're very smart. You're very smart. You're very strong. You're very capable. You're very mature and evolved and ascended. Very much. You have a very good grasp on those kinds of things, and that will help you to drive the changes in your life that you are currently working towards. So I wouldn't be afraid of a new energy coming forward, because nobody can pull the wool over your eyes, and nobody can feed you a line of crap or take advantage of you. You're too smart for that. So you really don't have anything to be worried about with this person. The Eight of Cups, it is part of your leaving stuff in the past and sort of opening up. It's that sort of the emotional piece of things. And Nine of Wands. And Eight of Pentacles, learning in that Nine of Wands. I do feel like it's learning to let go of the past some. And it's learning to heal your wounds. Learning to connect with other energies or new energies, but on a level that you're comfortable with. Like, you don't have to jump into marriage with this person or jump into the sack with them. Like I said, you don't have to even have this be a romantic thing. A friendship is fine. Just learning how to get to know somebody again and be a little bit open with your life is a good thing, because nobody can mess with you. Nobody can ruin what you've already built. Nobody's going to take away all this awesome progress and personal growth that have come about for you, that you've brought forward in your life and you have worked on. Nobody can take that away. And starting a possible new friendship is not going to change that either. And it does not make you weak, and it does not make you needy to be open to a new energy coming forward. There is nothing wrong with that. You don't have to be alone to be strong. You can be strong and still have energies around you. Queen of Pentacles, because you are building for the future. You're building for maybe your family as well. Have confidence in yourself. Have confidence in the lessons that you've learned from your wounds from the past, that you've been able to heal them. You've been able to learn what needed to be learned. And it's okay to be open, because you can handle whatever comes your way. You are more than capable. 10 of Wands. And I know it's taking a lot of energy right now to sort of sort through some of these burdens and try and build this change in your life. But it's okay to allow a new energy in. Just do it on your terms. Do it in a way that you're comfortable with. It's part of your growing process too. Everything happens for a reason. This King of Swords came to you for a reason. And if the King of Swords did, so did the King of Cups. Okay, so if this King of Cups steps forward and wants to be a little bit more friendly, don't be afraid to say, I'm not looking for romance right now, but I would be open to a friendship. If you are open to a friendship, there's nothing wrong with that. Eight of Wands. I see it's time to make progress. I see it's time to take another step forward. And it's funny because I feel like this is a piece of it, whether you realize it or not. Because like I said, I can see in the cards, you ain't looking for freaking romance. You ain't looking for it, but it's coming your way, which means it's doing it for a reason. This has come for a reason. This is part of your journey. This is part of another step of your journey. It doesn't mean that this is your new soulmate or this is, who you're going to build your 10 of cups with or spend your life with, but there's something about this person's energy and the experience of getting to know them that's still a part of your journey. So it's important to be open to what the universe does bring your way. Three of Pentacles, and that's interesting too, because the Three of Pentacles not only speaks to starting to see the fruits of your labor, it can speak to collaboration as well. So this person might be a positive influence in your life, and this might never go in a romantic direction. This might always stay a friendship, but it would be a valuable one. The Seven of Wands. It's up to you to let down your guard, though. It's up to you to be able to let down your guard. And like I said, I think this is actually part of your healing process, is learning to let down your guard. And it's not, I said it before in my reads, it's not so much as, and I stole it from Dr. Phil. Sorry, guys, he's good though. It's not so much as trusting other people. It's trusting yourself to handle whatever happens. If other people let you down or other people do this, that, or the other, it's trusting yourself to handle what comes your way. You can handle it. I mean, shit, like look at what you've been through already. Look at the fears you've had to face. Look at the changes you've had to make in your life. Look at everything that you're building. You are strong, you are smart, you are capable. Nobody can change that. Nobody can take it away from you, and nobody can break it. And it's not weakness to allow new people in your life. That's not weak, to build connections with others. And I think whether you realize it or not, this is actually part of your healing process, is learning to do this again. The Six of Cups. The Six of Cups, it isn't even give and take. It is about balance. And a lot of this read has been about balance too, and you trying to get balance and stability in your life. I know that this wasn't something you were looking for. Well, when things come to us, they always come to us for a reason. This one's no different. This one's no different. And I do feel like this person's coming for a specific reason. There's something about them and the connection that the two of you will have and the interactions that the two of you will have that will bring value to your life in some way, shape, or form. I don't know what it is. The cards are not saying what it is. I'm not seeing anything here that leads to, marriage happily ever after. I am not seeing anything here that speaks of heartbreak either. Okay? So I think this one's kind of up to you where it goes. It's up to you where it goes. But part of that is, like I said, learning to trust yourself. Learning to trust yourself. You can handle whatever comes your way. The Moon. Secrets. Secrets that are yet to be revealed and get revealed in their own time. And I do have the Seven of Swords here, but I'll tell you what I feel in the Seven of Swords. I keep getting told by my guides, like, don't cheat yourself out of opportunity. Because I feel like you're somebody who's spiritual too, and you do have that sort of, everything happens for a reason. If something came into my life, it came for a reason. If something left, it left for a reason, right? I do feel like you're somebody who has that type of a belief or that type of mindset. This is no different. This is no different. So don't cheat yourself out of the opportunity of learning whatever lesson is supposed to come forward from this King of Cups. And I feel like I can't tell you, I feel like it's way less about this King of Cups than it is about you on the inside. I have a sneaking suspicion that this lesson is about you healing your heart and you trusting yourself enough to open up to somebody new again. Trusting in your intelligence and your competency and your capability to be able to open up to a new energy and to know that it's not going to crush you if it's something that doesn't work out the way that you hope it works out. I feel like this is what the lesson is going to be behind it, but it's up to you as to whether you're willing to allow this lesson to come forward or not. I think it's really important for you. I keep getting told by my guides, and I can feel it in the cards, that this is another piece of your journey that's supposed to step forward. But at the end of the day, I think you probably have the ability to kibosh that if you just want nothing to do with this person. So it's up to you whether you're going to open up to learning this lesson and accept whatever this is from the universe and allow yourself to find it out in whatever way, shape, or form you feel you're ready to, or whether this is a piece of things you're not ready to touch right now. I'm going to tell you though, this is what my guides just told me. If you are not ready for this piece of things, and if you sort of block this person, or you're still in this mode where you're not letting this in, this is going to come back again, this lesson, because I think this is a lesson that, like, it's destined for your journey. So if this King of Cups does not have the opportunity to bring you this lesson, don't be surprised if you get more attention and somebody else steps forward and somebody else steps forward and again and again and again until you take this journey. I think this is a piece of things you're supposed to experience. So I think the when you're experiencing it is up to you, but I think the lesson is going to keep coming. I think the lesson is going to keep coming until you're ready to take it, which is really interesting. And it's like your guides are determined to have this piece of things be a part of your journey. Anyways, I do see huge changes for you. I do see you are working towards a lot of balance, a lot of stability because of everything that you've been through and all the lessons that you've learned. You know, like, it is a matter of time before you're able to build things the way you want to build them. And I do feel like it's a journey over time. So you still have more of your journey to go, but I would have faith in your destination because you're more than capable of manifesting it for yourself. Alrighty, guys, have a great day.